Hi everyone, today I'm going to give you some impressions of a fairly new release for men, a new designer fragrance, and that is L'homme Prada L'eau. L'homme Prada L'eau, so it's kind of like a fresher version of Prada L'homme. So I've just sprayed a load on my left wrist. I'm not wearing it properly because life's too short to wear fragrances that you don't love. So I'm only wearing this one on my wrist because it is a little bit masculine. It's a little bit soapy, I think, for my taste as well. So on first spraying it, it's actually changed in the few minutes it's been on my skin. So I'll just talk about how it is now, because who cares about the 2 minutes? So it definitely does smell a bit soapy, and it also smells like there's a bit of that ambroxan thing going on, like you get in Sauvage, but not up to any kind of level like you have in Sauvage. It does have a powdery, irisy feel to it. It's kind of got a slight metallicness about it as well. Let's have a look. So here's what it says. Amber and iris mingle with red, ginger and neroli. Fresh and green notes on a sandalwood background create an addictive and sensual tension. The floral note is modified and prolonged to enhance the sensation of freshness. Cedar notes and powdered notes are tempered through the addition of sandalwood. Okay, I'm not getting the tension, I can tell you that for nothing. This is going to be a mass appealing office type fragrance that's very easy for a gentleman to wear. It doesn't smell particularly young, it just smells a bit generic, as you would expect really. It definitely has like an oxygen smell to it, not necessarily like a sea breeze, but more of an oxygen smell. Fresh air, almost like fresh mountain air. It feels to me like it's composed of quite a lot of synthetic notes. I am not averse to synthetics. I think they are essential in perfumery, but I don't necessarily want them to be pronounced and really in your face. And this does feel like a synthetic, generic, masculine fragrance. But let's try and give you as objective opinion as I can. So I'll come back in a bit. So 2 hours have passed and I thought I'd give you an update. Here we go. It's still going fairly strong, so it's certainly not a weak fragrance. It's not beast mode either by the way it feels. I'm smelling it sort of at that distance, although I have only done a couple of sprays, to be honest, so you know, can't really comment too much on performance, but it smells subtle and slightly sweet, almost like there's a little bit of a fruitiness going in there, but not a sharp or tangy fruitiness, more of a sugared kind of fruitiness. It's quite pleasant. I prefer it now to the opening. It's still quite a generic fragrance, but it's not at all unpleasant. It doesn't feel quite as blatantly synthetic as it did in the opening. It's kind of a nice fluffy, which I think must be the iris, a fluffy, slightly powdery thing going on in there, which I really like actually. Still slightly mineral, but not as sharp mineral as it started off at. And I don't know if there is ambroxan in there now, thinking about it. If there is, it's very underplayed. I thought there was to start with. I'm not so sure now, because generally ambroxan stays around and pisses my nose off to a massive degree, and I don't feel like I'm really getting that now. It does smell woody, cedary woody, which is one of my preferred woods I do like a bit of cedar. I know not everyone loves cedar wood. Some people find it a bit boring, but I really enjoy the way cedar wood smells. My guess is there's probably some isoe super going on in there, which would help increase the cedary-ness of the fragrance. Yeah, I'd say the dry down is really pleasant. If people were wearing it around me, I would enjoy that smell, and it's not too loud and it's not annoying, it's not obnoxious. So first impressions, on first initial spray, it's just okay, a bit generic. Definitely improves over time. Very much a clean, wear with a crisp shirt kind of smell. Not too sweet, just a hint of sweetness. Not a clubbing type fragrance at all. It's not loud, it's not a party fragrance. I think it's a grown-up fragrance, but really more, not necessarily that it must be worn by a mature man, but just in a mature setting. So, you know, for a wedding, for the office, just not out getting wankered with your mates. So I'm going to leave it there, come back in a little bit. Hiya, so I'm back, and look who's here.
Hello.
Mr Smelly's popped by because he's in town looking at houses again.
Yep.
And I want to get him to smell the fragrance I told you about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dan.
I've no idea what this is.
He doesn't know what it is. What do you think? We are now quite a long way into the fragrance. Can you smell it?
Yeah, it's very pleasant. It's kind of, it's soft and powdery.
Mm-hmm. There's not much left actually, to be honest.
It's a little bit sweet, and it's a very pleasant skin scent.
Masculine, feminine.
Leaning feminine for me.
Right, okay. Hold it there. I'm going to respray and get your opening.
We have just smelled a load of freshly sprayed things, so perhaps my nose wasn't picking it up that much.
Where is it now?
This is awkward. I'm going to fill now.
It's not, I can always cut it out.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, here it comes then.
Here it comes.
Freshly sprayed. This should be...
Now then.
Oh, blimey. A completely different fragrance. Very fresh and green, and I like it.
Yeah?
Am I wrong again?
No, you can't. How can you be wrong whether you like it or not?
I like it. It's fresh to me. There's a note that it seems like a citrusy fresh accord to me.
Mm-hmm. Is it masculine or feminine?
Now it's masculine to me. Now it seems like a masculine fresh, kind of woody fresh masculine.
Designer or niche?
It smells more designer-ish to me actually now. It smells like quite a good mainstream fresh masculine. I know what it might be.
Yeah, go on.
I think it might be that Givenchy Gentleman Cologne.
Nope.
No, okay.
Do you want to know?
Yeah, I do now. So I'm saying fresh masculine designer.
So it's L'homme Prada L'eau.
Okay.
So
yes.
would you wear that?
Yes, I like that.
Do you think that's nice?
Yeah.
What situation would you wear that in?
Any work.
Versatile.
Yeah, work scent, daytime scent. So it's obviously from the Prada line where they have that irisy notes in it. But I think I sort of got a bit like, another flanker, boring. But actually, you know, it's good to smell blind because you get a totally different view. And my initial thing on the dry down was wrong. But yeah, I like that actually.
Okay, you can
on the
have that.
opening. Oh, thank you. Are you keen on it?
I think it's nice, but it does smell a bit generic to me. It does smell a little bit... particularly the opening, I felt was a little bit synthetic with that ozonic kind of fresh.
Yes, ozonic is a good word.
Fresh mountain air almost. But I felt that it got a lot nicer, a little bit sweeter in the dry down, a little bit more interesting. But
it was a bit sweet and powdery by the time it had dried down.
Yeah, the powder starts to come out of the iris, I think, as you wear it.
Yeah, I think I like iris.
But to me, at the moment, this is what I expected Jeremy's office fragrance to smell like a little bit. Kind of like very mass appealing. Yeah. Can't argue that it smells good.
You couldn't go wrong with that. No one could object to that.
Doesn't excite me.
No, but it's a good one to wear if you just want to smell good and you're not into art and
if you're not into fragrances,
stuff.
It'll do the job.
Yeah.
Functional.
And it's not what every other Tom, Dick and Harry necessarily, you know, it's not Dior Sauvage or Bleu de Chanel.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
And thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching, people.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.